All right. Two members of the National Center for Public Policy Research staff, Project 21 Black Leadership Network fellow Deneen Borelli, and Free Enterprise Project Director Tom Borelli, are scheduled to speak at approximately 6 p.m. and 7:15 p.m., respectively, at the FreedomWorks Foundation's April 15th, 2010 Tax Day Tea Party on the grounds of the Washington Monument. And they join me now. Hi, Deneen, and hi, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. I understand that the main doings started at 11 a.m. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. The freedom-loving Americans have been up and out, and they're on the streets, and we're actually over at the Ronald Reagan building attending some workshops. So President accounted for, and it's a beautiful day for a tea party.
Well, it certainly is. It's gorgeous here in Washington. You really scored on that one. There's two things I think that people are protesting chiefly. One, of course, is excessive taxation, and the other is this massive debt burden that we've had strapped on our backs by the Obama administration.
Well, that's absolutely true, and it's really taxation without representation. I mean, that's what's driving, freedom-loving and liberty-loving Americans into the streets, because we're being overtaxed and underheard. And, Obamacare was, a prime example of that, where most Americans did not want it, yet they managed to ram it down our throats. And, freedom-loving Americans aren't going to stand for it. That's why there's going to be thousands of people today in Washington, D.C., and thousands around the country and in many, many cities, being hurt.
Yeah, I've seen somewhere from 700 to 900 tea parties throughout the length and breadth of the United States. That's what's being reported right now. Now, tell me, do you think this I don't know what enthusiasm, if you will, or intensity can be maintained through November 2nd so that it can be put to practical use in the voting booths?
Yeah, I think it will be maintained through November and beyond. I mean, for many years, the American people were just politically asleep. And now that we have been shaken from our slumber, people are engaged, they're involved, they're being vocal. As we said before, they're taken to the streets, and they want answers from representatives, and they want accountability. So I think this will go beyond the election, because we need to remind our representatives that we will be watching when you're in office.
Yeah, well, one of the things is that if enough of the people turn out and take control of the Congress back from the extremist Democrats that have it right now, well, then they'll be able to defund or simply not finance this bizarre socialized healthcare system that have been imposed upon us. I mean, they can't do anything with it if they can't get the money for it.
No, I think there's plenty of opportunities, going forward if, freedom-loving Americans, vote them out, so to speak. But even before that, we have to also focus on cap and trade, because as we know, President Obama has promised to raise electricity prices through the roof. And, he may have gotten health care, but we have to draw the line on cap and trade. And, tragically, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is actually working with General Electric lobbyists to write the new phase of cap and trade, which is currently stalled in the Senate. So, I find that outrageous. So that's why people in the streets are going to bring attention to that issue as well.
Oh, that's great. Well, I want to thank Deneen and Tom. I really appreciate your giving us your time. I know you're busy gearing up, and we'll be watching, and I hope we can call upon you again.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank both of you. All right.